Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. I'm here with another channeled message. This is a specific message. It might resonate with you, it might not. All right, so if this is your message, I feel like you're feeling pretty bad here about something. I think you feel very ashamed about something you did in the past, but also the way you handled yourself in the aftermath of that situation. I think you're starting to realize that you were in the wrong, but I think it's taken you some time to reach that conclusion because I feel like you could have been putting this off. You could have put off dealing with this situation and healing the situation and cleaning up whatever went wrong here and trying to make the situation right. But I also feel like you could have been avoiding even dealing in your own emotions and processing your own emotions here. And you could have done that through compartmentalizing different parts of your life. I also think some of you could have gone on a very destructive path after this incident or whatever happened here. And I'm hearing negative coping. Negative coping is something that looks like coping. It's actually like devil energy. So it feels good in the moment, but because it makes you forget your pain or your worries, but it actually is at the expense of your long-term well-being and happiness. So I'm hearing like partying or some kind of distraction. So some of you could have thrown yourself into work, or I also heard like other problems. Some of you could have unconsciously been causing a lot of chaos or mayhem, causing dramas, causing problems just to kind of keep your mind occupied. But again, I think this was like a subconscious kind of thing. I just heard substances. So there could be quite a bit of shame around what you were doing. Like instead of clearing this up here as well, you could have gotten yourself involved in situations or with people that, I don't know, maybe it got back to this person that not only are you not sorry, you're just like partying it up, I don't know, but I think there's quite a lot of shame around the way that things kind of went on here. And now that you are processing this situation, and credit where credit is due, I feel like you have actually bossed up in your energy and you're like, no, I am going to look at this. I am going to deal with this. I feel like you're realizing that you were at some kind of crossroads in your life. Maybe you did have a decision here to make, but this is also outgrowing a certain cycle. And I think, okay, so put that on pause there, because I think part of what you're ashamed about is when you look back on this moment, there was some level of strategy that you were deploying. And when I'm picturing that strategy, I'm seeing the hanged man energy. So there was like a strategy in making somebody wait or stalling. I'm hearing like you could have left someone on red, or you could have left somebody hanging. You could have also like, I feel like you could have owed somebody like a conversation or an explanation or like an accounting and of why you did what you did or something here. And instead you just like made this person wait, but you felt like that was a part of like a strategy. You thought that was going to work in your favor. And there was a consciousness around this. There was an awareness that you were doing this on purpose and that you felt like it was strategic. Now I'm seeing, this is interesting because that strategy energy is coming up in my mind as the emperor, because he is the strategist, and it's like he doesn't want something to, I get it. So it's like he doesn't want something to change, but I'm seeing that you're at a crossroads, and that the crossroads has to do with a rebirth energy. And the reason I'm getting that is because the hanged man energy for me is Pisces energy. The emperor energy for me is Aries energy. Well, Aries is at the beginning of the zodiac, Pisces is at the end. So if you line it up as a circle, then Pisces and Aries are right next to each other. And that cusp is the cusp of rebirth. And I feel like that's what was on option here, like an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to choose something different. And I think this has to do with sabotaging energy. It could be having sabotaging people around you that give you very bad advice and encourage you into doing stupid things, which could have to do with that like path of destruction where it's like, yeah, like make her wait, like let's go party, like that kind of energy. That could be why you're ashamed. So it could be a sabotaging energy that's like around you. It also could be the partying, the substances. That's, again, it's devil energy. It's sabotaging your long-term health and happiness and mental health and well-being. But this could also be an internal sabotage, and I'm hearing self-sabotage. Like substances and like drinking, they call that slow schmooicide. that's what it's a self-harming kind of like behavior, but you might not have like really registered it as that. So for some of you, that's like a way that you self-sabotage. But also some of you, as a way of navigating your world, and again trying to maintain some kind of control over a situation, I think some of you may sabotage others because it's a way. I'm hearing, I don't know how you feel about me. And some of you did do something wrong here. So there is a possibility that maybe this person doesn't feel great about you, like at least at the current moment. So you're like afraid, which is why instead of confronting it head on, you're playing this like game with them. I don't know. I feel like it's self-sabotage, but some of you, it's because you try to undermine or sabotage others as a means of trying to figure out how they feel about you and trying to maintain control instead of treating them with empathy and treating them with respect, you know, and honoring their emotions and not playing a game with their emotions, right? So like I said, I feel like there was some kind of strategy here. And for some, okay, for some, not all, I definitely feel like there was strategy in the waiting, like in the aftermath of whatever happened here that hurt this person. For some of you, there was strategy in whatever you did in the first place because you knew that it was going to hurt this person. You knew that it was going to make them feel anxious. Maybe you thought, I just heard the song Unpretty by TLC. You wanted them to feel unpretty. You wanted them to feel insecure about their place in your life, their place in your heart, their place in your feelings. You wanted them to feel threatened by another person, which is why you kind of like instinctively did what you did. Again, you were sabotaging them and you were using their emotions and their pain as a pawn that you thought was going to give you the upper hand. Now, not all of you did that, okay? Because, well, I'm hearing, okay, well, I want to put that, not all of you did that. I want to put that to the side here. But I do want to say that you did hurt this person. But I just don't think that this plan went the way that you thought that it was going to go, because I'm hearing this person, I'm actually hearing this person speaking like love and life into themselves and saying like, you know who you are, don't take the bait. Oh my gosh, they just squeezed me energetically. Oh wow. But you did hurt this person. They were feeling all the ways that you thought and expected them to feel after whatever happened or after you did whatever you did. They were feeling anxious. I'm literally seeing this person in the fetal position crying themselves to sleep and like maybe going over details in their mind. And this could be details about their body. And for some of you, that's exactly what you wanted because you made them rival against somebody else, like for your affection or for your schmegs or for something. And I am seeing this person feeling insecure, again, about their position in your life, about their physical body, maybe about their health. And they're going over and over again, like, I don't understand, like, nitpicking. That's what I'm hearing. Like they could have been nitpicking themselves, or for some though, it was, I don't understand why I received this treatment. Like, I don't understand what I did to deserve this treatment, like this level of cruelty, or to just be treated like this. And then I'm hearing you left me for dead. Like you did what you did. You knew that I was hurt. You knew, or if you didn't know, like this person, I think, understands that there was a certain level of strategy here. They're very lucid about that. Definitely in the aftermath, this person feels like you owed them an explanation. You owed them a conversation if and only if you cared about them, right? And I think you did, but you did acknowledge that this person was feeling bad, but the way you didn't meet that energy with empathy. You weren't like, oh my God, this person is feeling anxious. This person is feeling bad. This person's feeling low. This person's feeling insecure. This person's probably comparing themselves to somebody else. I don't want that. I feel horrible. I don't want them to feel that way. I need to talk to them as soon as possible just to make sure that they're not spiraling and self-destructing. That wasn't the energy you were in. The energy that you were in was, how can I use that to my advantage? And that's probably why you're feeling so ashamed here, is because you thought the pressure was going to build and build and build for this person until they got so anxious and they wanted your validation, or they went running towards you. And you thought that this person was going to initiate the conversation, which meant that you could maintain power and control, and possibly that something wouldn't have to change about destructive behaviors that you've been living in that you would have had to let go of if you were going to be good to this person, if you were going to treat this person the way they deserve to be treated. So there was some strategy that went on here. And like I said, I feel like this person kind of knew that, because I'm hearing this person saying like, don't take the bait. You know who you are. And I'm hearing actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? And that right there, actions speak louder than words do. I feel like this is a place of misunderstanding here between both of you, because this is something that shakes out differently on both of your sides of things. I'm hearing what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander with this one, because this person was on the receiving end of some kind of attack or of some kind of negativity. And you might be able to hide this from them, but you can't hide this from me in the cards. You knew it. And some of you did it like on purpose, right? So you both have this understanding that this person is feeling anxious or that they're feeling like low. And so this person felt like actions speak louder than words do. If this person cared about me, they would have taken some kind of action to make sure that I was okay, to check in on me, to explain themselves, to make sure I understood the truth, but they didn't do that. And there's something here from this person's perspective that it's like, if you don't, I'm hearing triage, if you don't rush in to stop the bleeding and you just allow them to keep bleeding out, like I'm hearing that again, you left me for dead, and you may well have in a past life. I don't know, girl. But anyways, like this person is like, then clearly you don't care about me. Like, or this is just about control, or this is just about strategy. And if you miss that window of like, I need to stop the pain, then there's no amount of words that you can say that would ever make up for that. And that's where this person's like actions speak louder than words do. So I do think that they went into some kind of like cocoon and some kind of like self-protective stance. I'm hearing the view where I sit has been rather gray. So yeah, like it's like, this is something where like life didn't feel like it had colors, like tastes weren't the same. They could have gone into a period of depression because they were made to feel low about themselves and to feel like they weren't worthy of being treated well. But I feel like on your side of things, the reason why you did what you did is because of a misunderstanding of that energy. Actions speak louder than words do. I feel like you could have seen this person doing something, taking some kind of action. And I think that there's some falsity in your worldview or something that you needed more clarification on, okay? But then I think you didn't get that, and you like either you didn't update, okay, I'm not doing, it's hard to describe. Either you didn't update your worldview, because like whatever assumption, like, okay, whenever I see this action, whenever I see somebody doing this, it always means this. You could have had something in your mind like that, and it was wrong. And it was wrong in this instance. And in order for you to understand that it was wrong, you needed more information. Information that could have only been provided to you through words, through having a conversation, through initiating a conversation directly with this person. But again, I think you're in some kind of negative habit of just sabotaging other people in order to try to maintain control, to try to ascertain what their feelings are. And then you did hurt this person. But this person just didn't respond the way that you're used to people. They didn't capitulate. This person got strong. They got self-protective. And they healed like all on their own. And I feel like you just let them do it because I'm hearing, well, nobody's ever done that before. But anyways, so there was this actions speak louder than words do moment where you had a false if then statement in your mind. Like you saw this person doing something and then you thought it meant that they were doing something that they weren't actually doing. Or this person could have given you some kind of signal like, okay, well, they did this, so then it must mean they want this or they expect this. And again, that was false, but you needed more clarity, but you didn't gain the information, right? There could be a question hanging over this, like, well, when reality kind of knocks at your door and says that's not always the case, or like, and that could have happened for you. You could have had somebody explain like something to you in different language to where you understood like, oh, I was wrong about that. So I feel like you made an assumption, and then I feel like you did something very impulsive. Actions speak louder than words do. It's pretty quiet, isn't it? So I feel like in lieu of a conversation, you saw something, you got triggered, and then you acted in a way that hurt this person. Whether you meant to or it was just self-destructive. I feel like, and you maybe then like you tried to hide it and you tried to skirt around this crossroads, this decision. And for some of you, you tried to put off making a decision, and you thought by delaying this conversation or something. And this has everything to do with yourself. And I don't think this person knows that. And I think that's another reason why you feel bad, because you think that you made this person feel like they weren't good enough, like to be treated well or to be chosen or something like that. But in reality, it's like, I think you were in some really toxic habits that you didn't know how to break. And you were scared. I think you were scared to commit to yourself. Because yeah, I think committing to this person is committing to yourself. It's committing to healing. It's committing to want to be better. And man, doesn't that just hurt way worse if you are saying, I want to be this kind of person, and you just can't do it. Like you're just falling short of it because because then you would have to face that there's something lacking in you. But again, I'm hearing like this is the path. It's like I just feel like you're trying to run from the path. It's like you're thinking about the what ifs, like what if I fail before you have even tried it. And the thing about that is that God wants me to tell you, I just heard God wants me to tell you, is that you will no longer be this person that you are on this other path. I'm not saying it's going to be easy and that you're not going to fuck up, but you don't know you yet. You don't know that new version of you yet that maybe goes on the path with this person. Because this person's going to have an alchemical, like they're not going to fix all your problems. Like that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying this is a spirit infused path. You're going to have support. This landscape is going to look different. You're not going to have the temptations around because you're not going to be at the bar on a Tuesday night because you're not even going to want to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think there's something here, but this is you not choosing you. This is you not choosing health. And it's out of like fear. It's just out of fear of like, what if I fall short? What if this person knows who I am? And that's like, it makes you feel out of control. And I'm seeing that emperor again. It's like this is like a false emperor though. This is like, well, I want to be the emperor. The emperor is always in control. The emperor is always strong. But the emperor in this case has no clothes. And the emperor in this case is struggling. And a true emperor, when he falls down, is going to strategize, take ownership. He's going to declare, he's going to be strong in the fact that like, I need help. Because the emperor has a council, doesn't he? He ultimately comes up with a strategy, but he has a council. And I feel like this person could have been a part of your council. You could have had friends that supported this, but I just feel like this is self-sabotage. And I feel like that's the biggest tragedy of this, is that this person does not understand that this is 100% about you. It really is. I think this person scared you just because of what they represent, which is a happy life. I think it's something that you really, really wanted. And I think they were just they were like collateral damage. And this person felt like collateral damage too. Collateral damage is just like, well, it was just a whoopsie. Like, I didn't mean to destroy your life. I just did. Or like, I didn't mean to destroy your confidence. I just did. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's, and this person felt like that, but they felt like that meant they were not important to you. And I actually think I just think there was a lot of destruction and a lot of self-sabotage. And I think you're processing this. Okay. And okay, Spirit is trying to kind of wake you up to this. Okay, you've updated your worldview. You're kind of right back at this crossroads moment again, where there is a rebirth that's on offer here. And Spirit is trying to point you towards this very happy future, trying to point you towards healing, trying to point you towards clarity, trying to point you towards your yes energy. But I feel like you're going over and over and over again with the details, but Spirit's trying to get you to kind of look out the window here. And maybe take some kind of action. You have a lot of spiritual guidance around you here at this moment, and I'm hearing something like something's worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. I feel like that was true in the past, and it's true now because you're like coming up against this like new crossroads moment where I'm seeing it's Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles energy. So. Yeah, and then I'm hearing, and perfect people don't exist, so don't pretend to be one. The Emperor is not about being perfect, right? Or giving off that energy. So I feel like you're guided to take certain steps here on your healing journey. And Spirit's saying, like, learn from this. Like, learn why this way isn't the way. Like, trying to sabotage others in order to save face just isn't the way. Yeah, and I'm like, choking. There could be like, again, fifth chakra stuff, clearing out that fifth chakra. So I think that's all I have here for this. Oh, I'm hearing The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived by Taylor Swift coming in hot. That will be, if you are the one that messed up here, that might be hard to listen to, but if you want to know this person's emotional experience, it might not be the best for you to listen to that song actually, but I am hearing that song if you are interested in listening to that. So all right, that's what I have. I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also, please don't shoot down your own healing journey, okay? This is what happened in the past. Let's learn from it. Let's get clarity. Choose yourself. You can do this. There is help. Okay, that's what I want to say to this group. It's like if you don't feel like you know how to navigate something here, it's like this new path. This is Spirit's path for you. So all your problems won't go away overnight, but there's definitely like support. This is like the hero's journey. You know, you will meet friends and helpers and stuff like along the way. And I feel like this is about choosing yourself. So, okay, I'm done blabbing at you. I wish you all the best. I'm seriously sending so much love towards this group. So much love. You got this, okay? You got this. Don't, it's good that you're understanding that you've hurt somebody here and that you really have behaved out of your integrity and that this has been a part of like your negative patterning is this kind of sabotaging behavior. That's very good for you to recognize. But the purpose isn't to put you in a shame spiral, which might actually be a trigger here for you going down this destructive path. That's not the point, okay? There's help out there. You are loved. You can do this, okay? Bye, guys.